Hello my friend, this is Getty with Georgia Firing Line, and we are in the rifle range today working with some rifles because we've had some feedback and some questions about some classes and training opportunities coming up. So we're going to cover some very commonly used phrasing and exercises so you can be prepared before you come to class. So in this video, what we're going to focus on is referred to as a ready up. So what we have is we have a target down range about 7-10 yards, it doesn't matter. But what we're going to be working on is the two different ready positions, again, that are commonly used in training and in matches and stuff like that. Those two positions work like this. So you're going to take your rifle. I recommend pummeling out of the sling so it's just around your neck, making a single point of contact. It makes it easier to manipulate the gun. So you're going to have both grips on the rifle, gun is on safe, finger off of the trigger. For demonstration purposes, magazine's out of the gun. We'll get to that later. So once you've got your grips on the gun, we're going to establish your two ready positions being high and low ready. Relative to your target, it's 45 degrees off angle high or low, like the name implies. I love context clues. My stock is out of my shoulder pocket, it's tucked under my elbow, and it's kind of touching my hip. Depending on the length of your torso, this may change. So the high ready position will look like this. On the buzzer or on the instructor's command, you're going to bring the gun up into your shoulder pocket, mounting the gun into your shoulder and mounting your face on the stock so that you can see your dot or see your optic accordingly. So next is going to be your low ready position. We start from a very similar position, both grips are on the gun, and I like to mount the gun first and see where my dot is as I break my mount off of the gun, meaning my face detaches from the stock and I bring the muzzle down 45 degrees off angle the target towards the target's feet. On the command or the buzzer, I'm going to bring the gun up, I'm going to mount it in motion, bada bing, bada boom. That's what the gun sounds like. I have an Italian suppressor, you know what I'm saying? For any of you who want to practice this type of stuff at GFL, here's how that works. If you're shooting a rifle calibered firearm, you have to have a suppressor in order to do this outside of the rifle bay. If you have a pistol caliber carbine, you can do whatever you want, suppressed or not. Super fun. We've also got rental guns with suppressors and we have rental PCCs. So if you want to get some good practice in before class and you don't have the equipment, it's a good way to get that figured out. I'm going to demonstrate this for you, so we're going to shoot this together a couple of times. I'll push for some performance because that's fun. And then we're going to have John shoot it, who's never done this before. So this is going to give you a good representation of how to practice this. And again, we will do a lot of these in rifle dynamics and in other classes we have coming up very soon. I don't know why I pulled the Sharpie out, we didn't even use it. I like it. Very common mistakes. People make snatchy or aggressive motions trying to put the gun up into their shoulder. And what that's going to look like is you're going to kind of crash the stock into your shoulder, and that causes a lot of visual chaos. It makes my dot do some weird stuff. The key here is efficiency. You shouldn't have to move very much to make this happen. So from the high ready position, all I'm going to do without shifting my posture, I know when I shoot rifles, I like to have a forward cant, so I do that now. So my high ready position is here. When the buzzer goes off, I'm going to simply bring the gun to my shoulder, see my dot, bang, bang. That's a good dry fire run. I'm also manipulating the safety. So what I mean by that is when the gun starts moving, safety goes off, my finger is touching or prepping the trigger when I see the dot and it's on target. All of this is happening at the same time. If you're new at this and you're uncomfortable with this, take your time. Take this one step at a time, meaning maybe I move the gun first and then deactivate the safety and then touch, prep, and press the trigger to fire the shot. Low ready works very similarly. I'm going to bring the gun up into my shoulder pocket like I'm about to shoot, and then I'm going to dismount the gun. My head comes off, I let the gun float down 45 degrees towards his feet, and this is my low ready position. On the buzzer, I bring the gun up, trap it with my face, sweep off the safety, and prep and press the trigger accordingly. Cool. I'm going to be using a shot timer just to give myself a command. If you don't have a shot timer, give yourself your own up command. Or if you're there with a buddy, have them just yell up behind you. It's kind of fun. All right, up first is high ready. Stand by. So we have a hit on target in a 93. From a intermediate to advanced level shooter, 1 second is a pretty good part time for this. You can also use this as an opportunity to get some practice trying to get ahead of the beep or trying to predict the beep. It's good practice to have. Ready? Good center punch in a 95. One more. Right on top of it in an 88. So let's go look at the hits. So just like your pistol shooting, you can use your dot as a diagnostic tool to figure out what's happening in the motion here. So on the very first one, my dot came in a little wild. It came in from the side, but I was able to correct it and catch it while it was still inside the box while managing my holdover. For context, I'm holding my dot right about here, and we're seeing where the impacts are happening. So on the second two, I started really cleaning it up and dialing it in. That last one came in perfectly vertical from the center of the box. It was already there, so I said go. So first we're going to do doubles. So we'll do one set of doubles from each position, and then we'll throw some sixes in. Ready? Good. That's 2 rounds in 1.02. 90 on the first with a 12 split. Again. Okay, a little more wild on the recoil management. It's a 109. Now the low ready. I was tuned in the dot for that one. That's 2 shots in a .84. 72 on the first with a 12 split. Once again. Good. And another 82. 69 on the first.
Nice.
And a 13 split. So one of the neat things about rifle shooting is rifles are pretty easy to manage the recoil with. It doesn't take a lot of effort to keep the gun sitting still because I've got 4 points of contact and a lot of meat behind the gun. Take care that your stock is properly placed. If you're towing, meaning that just the tip of the stock is up here in the shoulder, you're gonna see the gun doing some weird behavior. But if it's properly seated and I've got a good support hand grip on the front of the gun, just kind of hanging there, it allows my gun hand, just like pistol shooting, to relax so I can flip the trigger very easily. So I'm pretty happy with this so far. Running these under a second for 2s feels pretty good. So now I'm going to test my recoil management by upping the round count to 6. So this is just a modified version of a bill drill. My goal here is to maintain a solid mount to the gun, and I shouldn't see the dot moving much at all. So that's kind of the key here. Okay, I saw a little bit of motion in the dot, more than I'm happy with, but that's a 163. 92 on the first. 14, 14, 15, 14, 14. Pretty happy with that. The hits are accountable. Everything's inside the box. All's good. A lot less motion in the gun. I'm carving a little hole out there. So 138, 68 on the first. So close. 14, 13, 14, 15, 14. So we're looking at a 38th of a second between getting 6 rounds all in 1 second. And this is doable. There's a lot of guys who can do this relative to the reaction time and the splits on the trigger. I think my splits are fine. I want to do 1 rep and see if I can break that. So let's see. I should have 6 left. Six rounds, 135. But I got the 69 on the first.
Nice.
15, 12, 13, 15, and an 11. So my goals in the beginning to manage how much the gun is moving, I think we're doing that because we're staying well within the box. I'm holding the dot right about an inch or so above the separation line here, and we can see where the impacts are. So managing the holdover is important. So next, we're going to have John do it, who again has never done this before. So he's going to start dry, find the position, then we'll load the gun and we'll get it running. So now we're here with John, and it's his turn to attempt this. This is a great opportunity for somebody with less experience to see the gun moving and to get some good solid reps as to how we're controlling the gun and what our input does to the gun's behavior. So all I want you to do is put the dot in the alpha and you're just going to fire 1. So we'll start from high ready and then we'll run low. So I'm going to give him a couple of opportunities at each dry position. We'll do 1, we'll do some doubles, and then we'll shoot some 6s for as much ammo as we have.
Excited.
So here's what we're going to do. Through the wonders of technology, I'm going to set my shot timer to a par time. We're going to be very generous. So as long as you're mounted with a finger on the trigger before the second beep, you're good. Okay? Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Good. Okay, give me one more.
Ready.
Stand by. Okay, so what'd you notice about that second rep?
A little shakier, or like not as fluid as the first one. The first one felt more solid.
So let's do one more.
Yeah.
Give me less effort.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Much better. You had way more time too by the second beat.
Okay.
So for reference, that's a 2-second part time. All right, so on the buzzer, you're gonna bring it up, you're gonna safety off and prep the trigger.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Good. One more. One more.
That feels good.
Ready?
Okay. Ready.
Head up. There you go. Stand by. Nice. How'd that feel?
Really good.
Good.
That's nice.
All right, go ahead and load and make ready.
So, in, tuck, pull, it's locked in.
You gotta charge it. So
Safety zone.
Come back to that charging pull. Like that. Good.
Nice.
You're all set.
Cool.
Okay, so we're gonna begin from the high ready. You're gonna fire one round. Ready? Stand by. Good. Good impact in a 173. I'm leaving the second part time on there just to kind of give you some pressure.
I like it. Yeah.
So 173. I want to get that down to a 1.5.
Okay.
So be prepared to move a little bit sooner on the beat, but keep it efficient.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. 146. Wonderful. Okay, now let's go low. Ready? Stand by. Good. 151.
I took my time to aim in the middle this time, like better, I should say.
Did you make a correction?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I kind of had it up here and then adjusted my like elbow. I tucked it in more. I realized it's flaring out with my elbow.
So less effort.
Yeah.
And remember, you have the entire box to play with.
Okay.
As long as it's in the box, that's a hit. Ready?
Ready.
Stand by. 109.
Nice.
Much better.
Feels good.
And it feels good.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a second shot. Ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Okay, 170. So talk us through the first and second shot.
First shot was in the target. Second one bounced for my first time pulling a double shot, I guess. Went off target right here.
So let's play with that.
Yeah.
So go ahead and aim in.
Okay.
Mount the gun the way you want it.
Okay.
Okay, find your ideal positioning.
I'm here.
Okay, so feel how this shoulder is pulled back.
Yeah.
Put that shoulder into the stock. Yep, there you go. So now your shoulders are even across. So get good pressure on that sport hand side. Safety off, finger
Safety
on.
off.
Okay, when you hear the buzzer, fire two.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Better or worse?
Better.
Much better. So both hits are on. 64. Reaction to the beep was a 44. Split was a 20. I'm happy with that.
Okay, awesome. I totally get what you're saying with the bicep pump. My like arm, I'm like shaking.
Okay, a little trigger freeze on that in a 196.
Yeah.
So 152 on the first and a 44 split.
Nice.
Okay, so now let's go low ready. All right, 2 rounds. Ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Good, 171. We're staying under the 2-second part time, which is happy. So 152, 19 split. Give me one more.
Okay.
Try and goose up that split a little bit.
Tighter. Okay.
Yep. Ready?
Ready.
Stand by. There we go. 147 with a 14 split. Now we're talking.
And they went right by each other too, which was nice.
Yep. So your body managed the recoil. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're being disciplined with the vision, so you're tracking your shot calling in motion.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. So far, he's doing a great job. He's absorbing this well. So we're going to test it now. You're going to pick whatever position you like better, and you're going to fire out 6 rounds.
Okay. Cool.
So see the dot, track 6 rounds on target.
Okay.
Stand by.
Is that 5 or 6?
That's 5. That's okay though. So that's 5 rounds. 5 rounds in a 195. 127 on the first. 19, 16, 16, 17. So if we count that off, if we add another 17 on that, you're over 2.
Nice.
So
okay.
Let's go ahead and check the mag one more time.
Yeah.
We have a nice pretty little target down there. I don't care. So let's get some experience feeling the trigger running and letting the body manage the recoil.
Okay.
So I want you to run 6 rounds quickly.
Okay, cool.
Ready?
Ready?
Stand by.
Dang it.
Okay, we got an extra one. So here's the cool thing, okay? If we take off that 7th shot, it was a 187.
Whoa, I did it under 2.
We were 110 on the reaction. 17, 15, 17, 14, 14, and the extra shot was a 60. So what caused you to send the extra one? Were you just out of time?
I was miscounted. I was like, was that 5 or 6 again? And it was 7.
Yeah. So this is a common thing whenever we discuss bill drills or firing multiples is people wind up counting. You need to feel. So we're feeling 6 rounds instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because that's taking up extra bandwidth.
That's actually really cool. Again, that's like the first time feeling a rapid fire with the AR. Yeah, feeling it out is so different than trying not to count.
So whether you're an experienced shooter and you shoot matches occasionally, or if you're new at this and you're just getting good solid reps of moving the gun and feeling some recoil, ready ups are a great way to practice that, and you can do them indoors or outdoors if you come see us for open range day. Did you have any questions?
I'm excited for open range day. I want to practice more. I gotta build an AR now.
And if you want to get your start in training, or if you want to get involved in our training program, the links are exactly where you expect them to be. My name is Getty.
My name is John.
What do you want to say to folks?
Shoot more guns, train more, come to GFL.
Cool. All right, that's it.
Bye-bye.